Well, good evening and welcome to Macedonia Park for Round 11 NPL Women's New South Wales Football as the Illawarra Stingrays host Manly United. These sides have been the two front runners in 2025, level on points in second and third respectively, chasing down the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. And today presents an opportunity to take further strides towards a sustained title push. My name is Tim Gibson. Let's get into the teams. And starting with the Illawarra Stingrays, Brianna Edwards continues in goal. Number 7 is Chloe Middleton. 8, Siobhan Edwards. 10 is Alexia Carastal. 12, Annabella Keep. 13 is Kayla Austin. 15, Caitlin Cooper. 16 is Genevieve Nisbet. 19 is Layla Etherington. 23, Kate McPherson, and 39 is Poppy Hooks. And looking at the away side today, and Nicole Simonson continues in goal. 2 is Phoebe Gilbane. 3, Grace Arnold. 5 is Nicole Stewart. 6, Ruby Jackson. 8 is Anita Zorden. 9 is Emily Mennett. 11, Tegan Biassi. 15 is Michaela Schmelzer. 16, Lucy Richards, and number 37 is Chloe O'Brien. The referee today is Charlotte Flynn. Assistant referees Casey Fleming and Lorcan Edwards-Valolta. The Stingrays are playing in their pink kit, while Manly are in that ocean blue kit of theirs. Well, the weather here is threatening to bucket down with some rain. At the moment it's just a light sprinkle, but I'm sure it will get cooler throughout the evening. It'll be Manly United to kick us off. United, of course, in some decent form at the moment, just the one defeat in their last 5 games, and it's a similar story for the Illawarra Stingrays as well, as we get underway at Macedonia Park and pushed out towards the right-hand side early on. Here is Stewart looking to shield the ball out and picks up the first throw-in of the game. Here is Minette, but the ball goes away, and Genevieve Nisbet will pick up the throw-in, who had an excellent game in the Stingrays' last home match. We're looking to add another good performance today. Here's Zorden. O'Brien with a loose touch, but Manly will keep a hold of possession with Michaela Schmelzer. Be a free kick for Manly and a chance to get the ball forward as we see a bit more rain here, and that will probably mean the surface will become more slippery. Brianna Edwards will clear that up the field, and it's a good central pass that Edwards can pick up, and a chance to try and utilise some of this space, and a good ball towards Etherington, but it'll run away. So the Stingrays, they've responded to that heavy defeat they suffered to the Northern Tigers a couple of rounds ago with 2 narrow wins over MacArthur Rams and most recently UNSW. It was a late comeback against UNSW. They went behind early after a bit of a goalkeeper error that presented an easy goal, but they worked hard. A couple of goals from, firstly, a set piece as we see that ball chased down. I was saying it was an error that saw them go behind, but Poppy Hooks with a nice header from a corner and then a bit of a defensive mishap gave the Stingrays the win in that one as well. Keeps them in that top 3 for now, but of course Manly have had a good start to the year. Just the 8 goals conceded for this Manly team so far, which is the best of any team in the competition, and they're also pretty good at scoring. 22, which going into the round was the second best in the competition as well, so certainly performing well in those important metrics as Caitlin Cooper intercepts the ball. Arnold finds Michaela Schmelzer and chance for Anita Zorden to pick up the ball and is fouled, which was an important foul really given where Middleton looked to have retrieved the ball high up the field. Keep there will have to concede a throw-in under pressure from Tegan Biassi. Richard's throw is cleared away by Middleton, but just the 1 defeat each for these teams so far. For Manly, that was a 1-0 loss in round 9 to the Bulls FC Academy. They responded last weekend with a solid win over the Gladesville Ravens, a 3-1 victory there. The goal they did concede was directly from a corner. A chance for Genevieve Nisbet, some space on the left-hand side and looks towards Edwards, and it's an awkward one to deal with, but they survive just about, Manly, but it will be a corner. Of course, the Stingrays levelled the scores against UNSW from a corner, as I mentioned earlier. Poppy Hooks, who's picked up a couple of goals now from set pieces. As if the Stingrays will, well, it's probably a common theme that we've seen from them on corners, is to surround that goalkeeper and get all those players on the line, and given the goal that Manly did concede last weekend, it may be a decent strategy this evening. cleared away at the near post, and another chance for it to go in from Alexia Carastal, but a good save there, and the first shot we've seen so far. Of course, Alexia Carastal joined from Manly United, so he's playing against her former side, and in fact scored for Manly against the Stingrays in 2024. That shot less dangerous as it rolls harmlessly wide of the goal. Picked up that red card against the Northern Tigers in that big defeat that the Stingrays suffered, and offers, of course, that quality in midfield that can help the Stingrays build up, so it's an asset to have her back in the team. One kick from Nicole Simonson, who's already been called into action, and that's a long ball straight back to the goalkeeper. Ball in behind, and a chance here for Tegan Biassi, and Annabella Keep did well to recover and put her under some pressure, which helped the fierceness of the shot that was rather limited. Miscued header, and Siobhan Edwards can race onto this. Get hold of the ball on this right-hand side just to get across in towards Etherington, but it lacked the accuracy and the power. Cooper picks it up, plays that early ball, and they have it here, the Stingrays, and a chance to get a shot off with Etherington running, but Kayla Austin's ball was a touch over hit. Simonson takes this goal kick, has mostly been the starting goalkeeper for Manly. 3 clean sheets this season, and was called into action on a couple of occasions against the Ravens with some quality saves to keep her side in the game. Already pulled off one save already inside the first few minutes here. They've seen most of the ball in these early stages, Manly. Happy to go direct, which on this surface will pose difficulties given the rain that we are seeing at the moment. Minette looks to charge that down, but knocked behind for a throw. Tackle from Poppy Hooks, and a chance for the Stingrays to use this left-hand side with Kayla Austin. Here's Nisbet. Hooks plays a direct ball towards Edwards. Collision between Carastal and Edwards. They'll look to play on here, Manly. just about keeps that in, but Nisbet will clear it away. Carastal picks the ball up. An awkward ball to control, but she's done very well to get the Stingrays moving and burst through midfield now with an option to play Etherington, but the ball didn't reach the winger. Carastal with a lovely ball around the corner. You can already see the quality on the ball that she brings into that midfield as Middleton has a chance to turn. Play it towards Annabella Keep, who's got plenty of space on this right-hand side to drive forward. Looks towards Edwards. Neat turn from Siobhan Edwards. A chance to hit the shot, and it's well struck into the corner. A very well worked move that from the Stingrays. And a fantastic finish as well to get the goal from Siobhan Edwards, who continues her good scoring form in this competition. An excellent turn as well to create the space, and very accurate finish, and it's just the start the Stingrays would have wanted. That's a miscued header at the back, but Poppy Hooks does well to clear that. It's a chance down the left-hand side now for Manly. The cross in. Biassi with a prodded effort, but comes to nothing. Well, Siobhan Edwards certainly enjoyed playing against Manly last year. Picked up a brace in round 2, and then in round 15 scored as well. So no surprise she's found the net already this evening. Gilbane. O'Brien with a loose touch to allow Middleton a chance to go forward, and the goalkeeper was originally off her line, but ended up getting back in front of her goal, but the shot was wide of the post anyways. Here's O'Brien. Better pass and a chance to help Manly play out a little bit here. They've been very disciplined so far, the Stingrays, in their shape. It's good tracking from Annabella Keep, and Middleton can play Lexia Carastal, and that's a ball for Kayla Austin to chase down, but too close to the Manly defender. Free kick for the Stingrays in their defensive half. Played towards the right, but headed away well. And they'll get the ball back, the Stingrays, from this throw in towards the halfway line. Stingrays willing to let Manly have the ball, but that's been cut out, and Middleton will look to get onto that as we see a collision. Ball onto the left. Played down the line, but Annabella Keep will cut that out. Here's Cooper. Nice ball from Middleton, and able to find that next ball, but Edwards will pick it up. Here's Austin. Grace Arnold shields the ball and finds O'Brien. Schmelzer knocks the ball long towards Emily Minute. Goes for a shot from range, but comfortable save for Brianna Edwards. An opportunity here for Stingrays to try and break in behind off that goal kick, and it's given away as far as Carastal. Austin tries to find Edwards with that pass, but it's cut out. Lucy Richards will clear it, and here's O'Brien. A free kick though. Approaching the midway point of this half now, and Stingrays holding that narrow lead, courtesy of Siobhan Edwards, with a well-worked goal. It was moved really nicely through the thirds by the Stingrays, and a good finish as well. There was a chance to find the ball out to the left for Manly, but it was cut out importantly with Minette having the opportunity potentially to run in behind in the space behind Annabella Keep at right back. Ruby Jackson finds Michaela Schmelzer, and now it's Lucy Richards. Strong tackle by Carastal, but loses out. Another loose pass from O'Brien, and Middleton can send him the other way, and it was almost a good chance with Kayla Austin picking up space, but the ball towards Edwards originally didn't find the striker. Poppy Hooks breaking through defence and plays it in behind towards Etherington, but it's almost, well, it was a touch short, and an important piece of work by Michaela Schmelzer just to impede the winger's progress. The ball for Biasi. It goes behind for a corner. Chance for Manly to get numbers forward. Plenty at the far post for this set piece. You'd expect they'd make runs towards the goal when the delivery comes in. And it's short of the near post. Stewart's miskicked that clearance, but the bounce takes the ball away from Edwards, and they have the ball back here, Manly, with Ruby Jackson. Here's Gilbane. O'Brien will keep hold of it under pressure from Middleton. Here comes Caitlin Cooper, and Annabella Keep had made a good run, but choices towards the left with Kayla Austin, and it'll be a throw-in for the Stingrays. Caristyle finds Nisbet again. Tries to play the ball inside, but loses out O'Brien. Here's Nicole Stewart, but that ball's short and only finds Middleton. Here's Caitlin Cooper. Alexia Caristyle will hold on to the ball and has to find Etherington, whose touch gives it to Biassi. Good tracking back though. They have pressed quite effectively in these early stages, have the home side, as we see another ball that just about gets through and given away not long after. Cooper. Edwards is tackled, but Annabella Keep can pick up the ball. Keep towards Etherington. And that'll be behind for a Stingrays corner. Looping ball that will end up going over the crossbar. Choose to play it short here, Manly, and invite that press, but do have an option in the middle of the park to play out. Towards Minette, but it's cut out, and they can keep moving though here, Manly, down the left. Good challenge by Keep, and Middleton can play towards Caristyle. Middleton again. That's well worked, and Minette can get him behind down the left, but he's flagged offside. It looked like it was a close one there, and it was evidence on a couple of occasions where Manly have worked the ball nicely down the left and have threatened to find a bit of space. Looks towards Austin, and Carastal can try to bulldoze her way through. Simonson. And big collision. Looks like that may be a drop ball. Middleton with a good interception and can look towards Edwards, and it'll be picked up by Caitlin Cooper, who's got a few options if she can get it right. Here's Etherington. Good tackle, but it'll be a goal kick. Continues to be the rain coming down here at Macedonia Park, as that surface will continue to get more and more slippery. Ball towards Stewart is shanked out. Gilbane to take this throw in for Manly. Austin, and that will be another Manly throw. All for Hooks to chase, but Stewart can use some speed down this right. Poppy Hooks with a good challenge, and it'll be a corner. Set piece fell short of the near post, and this one makes it into the middle. We've got Stingrays player down in that box, but Anna Edwards should be able to collect that safely. Here's Edwards. Starting to see some evidence of the pitch chopping up a little bit, particularly on this near side, as Carastal wins a free kick in a decent position, certainly a shooting position. As if Carastal will take responsibility from this one. It's a super strike and an excellent save to tip that around the post. Nicole Simonson with a strong left hand. And it looks as if it'll be a different approach from the set piece for the home side. They've got everyone outside the box bar one player, but you'd expect them all to make their runs. Delivery towards that edge of the box area, but it doesn't reach Cooper. Ball given away and a chance for Manly to break forward. Here's Nicole Stewart. And they win the throw-in. Long ball lobbed forward. McPherson is unable to keep that away from the corner, and Manly will have another set piece. Grace Arnold coming across to take this one. Be a free kick for the Stingrays. There were questions on the last set piece in relation to players potentially fouling, and this time the free kick's been awarded. Style towards Nisbet. Middleton. And the free kick goes against the midfielder. Down the line towards Gilbane. Stewart chasing for it as well. Hooks will boot it away. They have been, generally speaking, pretty solid at the back, the Stingrays. They've only conceded 12 this season, and 8 of those came in the space of a couple of weeks. As we see Cooper win a foul. There'll be a yellow card for Middleton there, a late challenge after the whistle had gone on Manly's number 2, Phoebe Gilbane. Of course, saw the incident a couple of minutes ago with the free kick going against Middleton on this near side towards halfway, that she was having a conversation with the referee about, and potentially fueled the challenge we just saw there. Nisbet towards Austin. Is Poppy Hooks. Gilbane gets a touch of the ball. O'Brien. There's good passing from Manly, but Hooks cuts it out. Edwards can flick it on for Kayla Austin. for Edwards. There's not too long to go in this first half now. Stingrays still holding that narrow advantage. Carristal plays one towards Etherington, but a good header away. Picked up by Ruby Jackson. Cooper with some space. And they can potentially play a ball in behind, but O'Brien chooses to keep some steady possession for Manly, and they can build up more slowly. And that's a piece of miscontrol from Anita Zorden, the number 8 for Manly. Hooks looks to switch the play. It gets to Annabella Keep on the right hand side despite a slip. Jackson with an intervention that'll help Manly get some more possession, but the press comes again from the Stingrays. Good turn from Schmelzer, who can knock it long, and Minette flicks on. Here is Tegan Biassi towards Zorden. Another slip as the pitch continues to play its part. Edwards keeps a hold of the ball and can drive towards goal. Good tackle from Phoebe Gilbane, who will keep the ball in and can find Stewart down the line. Wins a free kick. McPherson will get first contact on the ball, but Manly can to try and play another ball through, which has been a consistent theme for them in this first half. Played over towards Kayla Austin, and a slip from the goalkeeper. But it is offside, and the ball looped wide of that left post anyway. Stingrays will hope to see out their advantage. Ruby Jackson. Jackson forward towards Zorden. But it's cut out by Middleton. Towards Stewart, but Nisbet gets an important header in. Annabella Keep clears that away. Here's Gilbane. Being chased down by Austin. Nice 1-2, and Gilbane, Poppy Hooks coming across. She wins that tackle, but the ricochet will see a corner. Grace Arnold to come across and take another corner. Cleared away by Middleton. Arnold with a chance to get that into the box, but it's headed away and then further cleared by Middleton. Launched forwards as we get towards the final moments of this first half. And we're starting to see a bit more progressive possession from the away side. As I say that, there's a lob forwards that doesn't find a Manly player, but they get it back and can make a chance down the left. Biasi to go past Annabella Keep. Biasi with the ball in. Middleton cuts it out. Cleared towards Edwards, who can look to play a ball in behind, but Kayla Austin was unable to be found. Ball switched out, but it won't find Stewart as Hooks heads it down for Caristal, and Nisbet can play it further forward. Here's Austin. Stewart retrieves it. Here's Hooks. Middleton with a pass that goes astray. Grace Arnold can find the number 15, Michaela Schmelzer. And there's more space on this left-hand side. Here's Lucy Richards, who goes for an early cross, but no one was making that run. Keep. Here's Cooper. Cooper under pressure, but wins the throw-in. Schmelzer goes around Etherington. It'll be a free kick for Manly and another opportunity to get the ball into the box. From Schmelzer, but Brianna Edwards will dive on the ball. And that's half-time here at Macedonia Park. The Illawarra Stingrays holding a narrow lead over Manly United, 1-0, courtesy of Siobhan Edwards. We'll be back in a little over 10 minutes' time for the second half. Well, welcome back for the second half here at Macedonia Park. The Illawarra Stingrays leading Manly United 1-0, courtesy of a goal to Siobhan Edwards. A well-taken strike after a well-worked move from the home side, that they were able to find some space on the right and then get it back into the middle before a decent left-footed effort from Edwards into that right corner. As we see Manly with an early chance down the right. Looping ball that is somewhat cleared away. A chance to get it back into the box. Middleton's header is straight into the path of a Manly attacker. Tegan Biassi with that effort that rolled wide of the right post, but a good early sign for Manly in this game as Minette can get a ball in. Nisbet's header away. Here's Carristal. Phoebe Gilbane on the right hand side for Manly will shield that away. Nisbet. And that'll be a chance for Cooper to run forward, and she can find it back to Edwards, but the ball was a little bit light-weighted. Ruby Jackson pushes it back towards Michaela Schmelzer. Carristal comes away with the ball, and that's a wonderfully threaded ball for Etherington. Couldn't quite find Edwards, but they'll get another shot of it here with Austin on the left-hand side. And that's a ball that was a bit of an awkward one for Simonson from Cooper. And that'll be a corner. The Stingrays leading in this one. They've won both the encounters in 2024. In round 2 it was a 2-1 win and then a 4-1 win in round 15. So on course to keep that strong run of form against Manly going here this evening. Carristal comes across to take this set piece. Carristal with the ball in towards the box and headed away, and Manly can try to play out now, but there's going to have to be a direct option that Middleton cuts out initially. Biassi with a pass out to the right hand side, but Poppy Hooks is alert to it and ends up winning that throw in. Been no changes that I've spotted at half-time, meaning the team still have the players out that they started with in this game. Hooks' header is an awkward one for Nisbet to deal with, but she'll put it behind for a throw-in. O'Brien. O'Brien picks it up again, and the ball is kept in possession by Lucy Jackson. Stewart tries to make some inroads down that right-hand side, but the ball is given away. Caristel can find Annabella Keep. Edwards. A chance for Cooper to run forward and wins a free kick for a bit of a shirt pull, and here's Etherington now for Edwards. Edwards looks to find Etherington again. Here's Manly's ball down the left. That was a direct ball over the top, and that's a good ball for Stewart, who can try to run, but the pace of Poppy Hooks is sufficient, and another clattering challenge from the centre back. Nicole Stewart with 3 goals so far this season, and they came in back-to-back games in the first 2 rounds, and also opened the scoring in round 10 with a well-taken finish as well. O'Brien, the ball that doesn't find anyone, and Brianna Edwards can come away with it. Looks as if Edwards has cleared that, and chance for Manly to put some pressure on with O'Brien. Here's Tegan Biassi, and get another shot to get the ball into the box. Hooks with a good header. O'Brien again. There's a shot at the end of it from, I think it was Stewart. Nicole Stewart with that effort that rolled straight to the goalkeeper, Brianna Edwards. Appears to be limping a little bit, the goalkeeper, if I can see that, as Austin's shot is easily caught by Simonson. Appears to have been one change from Manly that I have just spotted. It's Daisy Arrowsmith that's come on for the side. You see Biassi drive inside with the ball. Etherington with a header, but it'll go out for a throw-in. But I think, just having a quick look, Anita Zorden is the player who's been replaced by Daisy Arrowsmith, so a change in midfield for them, as we see Annabella Keep getting a little bit of attention. Get underway again here with Manly. Has to find Richards down this left, but will be knocked behind for a throw-in. Here's Cooper. Here's Schmelzer with a pass into midfield for O'Brien, but they'll keep recycling possession here, the away side. Another set piece here for Manly to get into the box as they chase this 1-goal deficit. Arrow Smith down the right-hand side. Manette was chasing for that one, but goalkeeper will pick it up again. Etherington wins her header, but it'll fall back to Manly. Some consistent possession in this first 10 or so minutes for Manly, which is certainly what they needed after going behind, and it's a miss clear by Middleton, but Cooper's in strongly to get it away for now. O'Brien. Here's Biasi. Moves the ball inside and gets a shot off, which on this surface will continue to cause issues, particularly bouncing in front of the goalkeeper. Edwards will have to kick this long again. And that ball is too far ahead of Lucy Richards. And joined the club this season, that is Manly. Found the net against the Northern Tigers in round 5 as well, so can be an attacking threat. Capable of playing as a winger as well, so I'm sure as the game wears on with this deficit, we'll see more and more of that attacking quality. And Etherington's won the ball in a great position. Got Edwards to her right if she can find her. Goes for the shot herself and has found the net. Well, what a solo effort that was from Etherington to double the Stingrays' lead. What ended up being a chip over Nicole Simonson, but it was all the work of the winger there to win the ball on halfway and then drive forward. Did have an option of Edwards to her right, but decided to keep going and ends up doubling the advantage for the home side. Well, that's a a real boost for the Stingrays as we just tick over the hour mark here at Macedonia Park, and it gives them something to defend. Six goals this season for Etherington, but haven't scored in the last three before this evening. And getting back to scoring ways in spectacular fashion. And it leaves Manly with a lot of work to do and potentially needing to look towards their bench for some inspiration. More relentless pressing from the Stingrays, and that's really been the foundation of their performance. It's just really harrying their opponents, and that's where that second goal came from. Great ball towards Biasi, and Richards looks to give it back to her down the line. McPherson was aware of it and can give it back to the goalkeeper, who sends it behind. Here's O'Brien, who's seen a lot of the ball for Manly in this game, and really Manly have had most of the possession in this one, but it's the Stingrays who have made it count with the possession that they've had. And it will be time for a substitution for the visitors, and it looks as if it will be Lucy Richards coming off. So a bit of a reshuffle at the back for Manly. Looks as if it's Alexia Fauna who's come on. Been in the squad the past couple of weeks, starting on the bench, and will create another option in that midfield and hope to generate some creativity, which could help the side get back into the game. And it's a free kick up the field for the Stingrays, which will get them a bit of time to settle down with their advantage that they do have at the moment. And this would be an impressive win, and one that would ensure they keep pace with the teams at the top of the table, and would in fact take them ahead of Manly. Moving forward, and O'Brien can chase this down. Another challenge from Hooks, who's produced several important tackles in this game. Ball into the box, and Edwards will grab hold of that. And we'll want to goal quickly here, Manly, and that would certainly give them some momentum heading into the final stages of this one. Middleton finds, well, looks towards Etherington, one of the goal scorers tonight. Back with Simonson. Arnold will find it back to her goalkeeper. Biassi, neat feet. She's been a real asset in this game for Manly, probably the best of the attackers. And Stewart whips the ball in, but Nisbet gets it somewhat clear, and McPherson gets it further. Manette will pick up what looks to be a goal kick. One high up the field by Manly, and Gilbane had a chance on the right, but cut out again by Hooks. Biassi, but cleared away. It will be picked up by Arnold. I think the Stingrays will be readying a change of their own as well. They will make that change now. It looks as if Kayla Austin will be coming off. So it looks to be a change on this left-hand side for the side. And it's Hayley Bicknell, who played very well the last time Stingrays were at Macedonia Park. And that's a ball for Biassi to chase, and Hooks gets to it before Edwards gets it away further. Etherington has been sitting a lot more narrow in this second half, playing off Edwards as a sort of a front two at times. Also looks as if Manly may have gone to a three at the back system as well in response to that second goal. Manette's attempted pass is a little bit short, and Annabella Keep can find Etherington, who's pulled wide, and Arnold gets an important foot in. There'll be a Manly throw-in. Bicknell will chase this down for the Stingrays. Middleton. Alexia Carastal is unable to hold on to that, and Manette can play it off and then reacts to the challenge of Edwards. It'll be I think a free kick for Manly. Chance to launch the ball forward, and it's skimming off that ground, but the goalkeeper will grab it. O'Brien brings that ball down. Hooks will head it back. There hasn't been too many chances for Manly, and change to the three at the back hasn't helped as of yet, but there's still a little bit to go in this game as we see the Stingrays switch it out to Nisbet on this left hand side. Here's Bicknell. Nisbet for Bicknell. Looks to try and go past the Manly number 10, and just about does so to keep it in. Here's Carastal back for Bicknell. Cooper with a shot. Straight at Simonson in the goal. Down the right hand side for Gilbane. Towards Tegan Biassi, who's moved from this left hand side to a more central role. Here's Ruby Jackson on the ball towards Grace Arnold. Switched out to the right. Bicknell in with a strong challenge, but O'Brien will receive the ball. Here's Arnold. Middleton wins it. Carastal. Nisbet will put that behind for a throw-in as we head into the final regular 15 minutes with added time, of course, on top of that. So there's still time for Manly to get back in this game as we see Gilbane escape down the right, gets a cross in that's cleared. Here's Ruby Jackson. Nicole Simonson can find Grace Arnold, and starting to be able to play through a little bit easier now, Manly, and saying that they've just given the ball back, but have been some examples of that over the last sort of 5 or so minutes. No signs of changes on either bench at this stage. Here's O'Brien. It's over Nisbet, but Edwards will come across and clear that. Manette with a cross in that goes a bit over the bar. Here come Manly again. Arnold, who has some space to work with and can find Stewart on the left. Stewart shifts the ball inside. Nisbet can find Bicknell, but the ball will fall just short of Siobhan Edwards. Once again, Poppy Hooks on the cover. Certainly in with a shout of the man of the match, or woman of the match rather. Here's Stewart. Cooper will give it back to her goalkeeper, but the clearance is slightly deflected, and Biassi had a chance, but that's been cleared. Arnold with the ball again. Using the width a lot better now, Manly, and it's giving them a little bit of joy. That'll be a goal kick for the Stingrays. Around 10 minutes left now of regular time, so we're getting closer towards that final whistle for the home side, but some more positive signs for Manly in these last few minutes. Edwards will put that goal kick up the field. Poppy Hooks wins a throw in for the Stingrays. Edwards out towards Bicknell. And it'll be a goal kick for Manly. And it's a giveaway, and Stewart can attack the box. Stewart goes for what I think was a shot that ended up firing well wide. Just starting to slow things down, the home side, and that goal kick's a touch short. O'Brien can find Annabella Keep, who hooks the ball up, but Manly get it back, and O'Brien on the ball again. And that's fallen the way of Edwards, who can get a shot off, and that's a ambitious effort, but it's found the goal. It's a third for the Stingrays, and that should be enough to get them over the line. It's the second time we've seen a goal from that sort of range. And that puts them 3-0 up now, the home side, and in a position where you'd think they'd take all the points. We saw Etherington's goal that was from a similar area in catching Simonson off her line, and that was again the case there from Edwards. Here's Bicknell. Bicknell, who's provided significant energy since coming on. Woods claims that ball. 6 minutes to go of regular time. And they haven't really had a major chance in this game, Manly. From what I can remember, it's been a disciplined display from the hosts. They've had plenty of the ball, as we see, I think, 3 changes being readied for Manly as they do their best to salvage something from this game. And I think there's also at least 1 coming for the Stingrays as well. And Hooks gets it away, but took a bit of a hit there. And it will be a free kick for the Stingrays, and those changes are set to be made now. It will be Ruby Jackson coming off. O'Brien is another player as well. Also, Minette has come off as the other change. And for the Stingrays, it's Etherington who's coming off, and will be the number 27, Helena Hallius-Lewis, who will come into the attack. As for Manly, I can see that the number 19, Peyton Starner, is on in the more attacking positions, as is Ellie Kerr, the number 20. Kerr found the net against the Ravens with a lovely curling effort from the left of the box. It was a nicely hit effort. So he's in good scoring form off the bench at the moment. Lofted in right under the goalkeeper and almost looped its way in. The rain starts to really come down. And just confirming, the other change for Manly is Ava Roberts is on as well. So that's Ava Roberts and Peyton Starner, as well as Ellie Kerr, all on. And Brianna Edwards will get a hold of that. Final couple of minutes of regular time. There haven't been a huge amount of stoppages in this second half, so potentially not too much added time, but we'll have to wait and see. Middleton with a slip that allows Manly out of trouble. Ellie Kerr will look to chase that, but Poppy Hooks wins possession again. Edwards can get down this left-hand side and win a throw-in. As we head into that stoppage time, so at the referee's discretion how long we play. They will take it to the corner of the Stingrays, but they're unable to keep it there. forward, but once again Poppy Hooks is there. Manly just holding possession, but they're unable to make any advances into that Stingrays half, and it's given away. Middleton can to come forward, and that's full time here at Macedonia Park. A 3-0 win for the Illawarra Stingrays over Manly United. Siobhan Edwards picked up 2 goals, while Layla Etherington also got on the score sheet. I've been Tim Gibson. Thank you for tuning in.